Hi, and welcome to this full body strength training workout. We're gonna have separate blocks in this workout, repeating each movement twice. First exercise will be for the lower body, then we'll do an exercise for the upper body, and then repeat those two movements at a higher intensity. So adding a little bit of a bigger weight or adding more of an intensive element to make it a more advanced move. So that's completely optional. You can always stay with just the first simple move if you like. We will start with a warm-up. And the first half is all standing. Second half will be on the mat where we will finish with our stretching. I'm using a set of 4-pound dumbbells. That's about a light to medium weight. Always start lighter if you are unsure or have a couple sets handy so you can also challenge yourself. We will get started with a warm-up, finding our space. Let's take a wide stance here and toes to the corners and just start with a small lunge here, side to side. Not doing a timer on this workout, but I want you to go at your own pace if you need to. I'm going to try to do about 10 reps for each move. If that helps you choose your weight. Let's add a shoulder roll here. A few more like this. Okay, one arm, big circle, up and around. Also, for a few of the standing moves, it may be easy to have a chair or back up a couch handy, maybe a wall or a mantle. Let's reverse, circle forward. That'll help with some stability and balance. Other arm, big circles, up and back. And reverse. Arms out to the side. We're going to crisscross and then lean and toe touch and come back up. And I say toe touch with the knee or thigh is great. We're just warming up the backs of the legs. Squeeze the chest, open up. And reach down. As we reach down, we have a flat back, so try not to round. Squeeze the chest, open the chest. A few more like this. And last one. Okay, one leg, hip circles. Hold on to something if you need to. Big circles all the way. Front, side, and back. Let's reverse that. One more. And then right leg comes in front, heel on the floor, toe to the ceiling. Send the hips back. One more big hamstring stretch. Release your base of support. Big reach down and reach up. Nice job. Same thing, other side. Hold on to something if you need to. Big hip circles. Warming up the glutes and the thighs. Opening up those hips, and we reverse. Last one, heel on the floor, toe to the ceiling, and hinge forward. Nice proud chest, inhale. Exhale, reach down, big scoop, and reach up. Feet underneath those hips. Give me a squat back. Reach forward with the arms. Then I want you to hinge forward, soft bend in the knees, starting with the lower back. We roll up nice and slow. Finishing with the shoulders. Let's do that again. Reach and squat. Send the hips back. Hinge forward. Soft bend the knees. Tuck the tailbone. And one more time. Squat maybe a little bit lower this time. And forward. bend, and roll up. Reach the arms out to the sides, and then take your left ear towards your left shoulder. Hold that neck stretch while we do that. Circle the wrists. And then other side, and reverse that wrist circle. Last two, and one. Shake anything out, warm up anything else that you need to. Let's grab our weights and get started. We're going to start with a sumo squat. So the legs are a little bit wider than a normal squat and our toes are to the corners. This squat tends to be a little bit easier on our knees, but I do want you to make sure that your knees stay pressed out, that they're not coming in. They're in line with those toes, facing the same direction. Weights are held at our chest, tummy's in, and we come down and press up through the heels. Down, left. Inhale on your way down. Exhale as you press up. This is working our thighs and our glutes. As always, our core is pulled in. Keep it engaged the whole time. Last two. And last one. You can keep the feet there if you like, or walk them in. Next, hold the weights at a 90-degree angle. Palms are facing in. We lift the elbows up and down. Pull the tummy in while we're doing this. And relax the shoulders down and back. We have 5, 4, 1. Okay, repeat those 2 movements with the optional intensity. So our first little bonus is having a heel lift at the bottom of our sumo squat. So it looks like this. We squat down, come up on the heels, on the toes, lift up, then lower the heels down. Again, totally optional, really works that inner thigh. And balance. You can also hold on to your chair or base of support if that's helpful to you. As we come up, think about squeezing all those muscles together. Your glutes, your thighs come tall, tall, tall. Release. 2 more. And down. Release. Shake that out. Good job if you were doing that heel lift. Tough stuff. Coming back to our 90-degree elbow lift. Option here is once we lift the shoulders to punch forward, come back and lower down. Join me. Or you're just keeping the elbow lift and omitting the punch forward. Soft bend in your knees, shoulders down. Two more. And relax. Made it through that first round. Moving on, next round, back to our bottom half of the body. Starting that workout, wide legs. Toes are facing forward. We are going to lean over, side lunge to one side. We come up, other side, we come up. Really important here is not how far you go down, but keeping a flat back. So we're not rounding that back. Send the hips to the back of your room. Again, weight is in the heels. Proud chest. I'd rather have you not go as far than go further with rounding the back. Keep a nice breathing pattern here. Helps to exhale as you push up. One more each side. Okay, let's toe heel in. Starting with the right hand, we cross it over towards the other hip, and then we lift to the upper corner. Call this a sword draw. And left. This is great for the upper back muscles. Perfect if you want to work on your posture. Cross the midline of the body and lift up. Last 3, 2, last 1, other side, recross, lift. And we're just going to that upper angle. Slow and controlled. Last 3, 2, and 1. Time for the second set. So this time, instead of doing a stationary lunge side to side, we're going to step out into that same lunge, back to center, step out, back to center, or you stay with your feet not moving. So join me. Whichever one you want to do. And maybe you just do a few of the more advanced version. That's great. Each time, we will get stronger. This is also a great workout to come back to test your strength. Maybe next time you use heavier weights. Two more each side. And last one. Let's widen our stance. And again, your option, the first option is to do the one arm to the corner. So we'll start with this side, or to bend the knees in both arms. So we twist down towards the knee, up towards the other corner. So similar move, just using one or two arms. This is using the legs a little bit more. And really getting into the core as well. You can also do the two arms, maybe just with one weight. For 3, 2, last one. But we have two sides. Readjust if you need to. Bend those knees. Final 3, 2, and last 1. Nice job, guys. 2 more moves or blocks in our standing position. So now you're going to need your chair or base of support, giving the knees a break. Coming into a back leg lift, you can hold your weights or you can leave them or put them down. Extend the leg behind you, shoulders down and back. We have a slight hinge. Straighten that back knee. A little baby bend in that standing leg. We're simply lifting the leg and putting it down. It's not coming very far. Movement comes from the glute muscle. I don't want you to feel anything in that lower back. You can even think about doing a little pelvic tuck forward. Again, try to straighten the knee. Maybe point the toe. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Same thing, other side. Little bend in that supporting leg. Slight hinge forward, tummy in, lift and lower. Think about the leg being longer. Really straighten that knee. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grabbing one weight, staggered stance here, so step back with one leg, hinge forward, and we have a row. Palm is facing in, and we pull it back. Elbow is coming towards the back, weight is up towards your hip. Shoulders are square to the floor. Again, hinge forward, tummy in. Final 3, 2, and 1. Same thing, other side. We switch, step back, hinge forward, elbow back, release. Another great exercise for the upper back. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release that weight. Here's our option to level up. Coming back to those back leg lifts. Get in that same position, little bend in the standing leg, lengthen the leg, point the toe. Option here is to come up onto that standing leg's toe, lifting the heel. Then we have our 10 leg lifts. If you feel this at all in that knee, then release it. Come back down onto the full flat foot. But you should feel it activate in that quad and in the calf muscle. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Same thing other side. Again, totally optional. Little bend in that standing leg. Lengthen the back leg. We come up onto the toe and we lift and lower. Are you breathing? Final 5, 3, 2, and 1. So good. Shake it out. Our second set with the rows, I'm going to go ahead and add another weight. If that's difficult for your hands or just too much, you stick with the one weight. If not, go ahead and add that second one for a greater challenge. Coming over to the hinged position. Again, tummy in. We row back, release. Elbow back. And there's no twist here, so we're not opening up. Chest and shoulders stay square. We have 3, 2, and 1. Same thing, we switch other side. Here we go. Hinge over at the hips. Neck is in line with the spine. So we're just looking a few feet in front of us. Halfway there. And release. Final standing block, coming to a traditional squat. We're just going to hold the weights at our chest, feet are underneath the hips. Remember, weight in the heels, and we just sit the hips back as far as you are comfortable with. So we come down and press up. No rounding the back. We have 3, 2, and last one. Release the hands, bicep curl, palms facing up, elbows in at the sides. We've all got this one. Five more like this. Use your own resistance. Squeeze. 2 and 1. All right, first set done. Second set to intensify. Back to our squat. The option here is to come down, lowering the weights, and then lifting up overhead. Or you just keep the weights at the chest. Here we go. You do you. Pick which one is best for you today. We all have days that are better than others. Again, slow and controlled. Last 2. Last one. And for our final set of bicep curls, you're going to either keep it where it was, the bicep curls down here, or you're going to lift them up and bicep curl up high here. So the only thing that's moving is those forearms. So here we're activating a little bit more of the shoulders. You feel a little bit more in the core. Pick your pleasure. Almost there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Release it down. Take a quick break. Grab a drink of water and meet me on the mat. Okay, on the mat, we're going to start on our backs and make sure you have one weight ready to go on either side. Tuck that pelvis. Let's roll down nice and slow. Hands are at our side. From here, I want you to do a little pelvic tilt. So we're pressing the lower back into the floor so there's no space. Walk your heels a little bit closer to your bum, pressing your heels into the floor. We start again with that pelvic tilt and we lift up into a glute bridge. Only coming about mid-back high, we squeeze the glutes and then we lower back down. So we come up and squeeze, lower back down, and left, and lower. If you ever do my Pilates routines, we do a lot of glute bridges. They're one of my favorites because they work the glutes and the core all at once. They stretch the hip flexors. They just make me feel a lot better. Exhale, press up. You also might be feeling it in those hamstrings, the back of the thighs. We have 3, 2. Last one, relax. Grab your weights. Arms are out to the side, palms are facing up. And let's keep our lower back pressed into the floor so our core stays activated the whole time. And we have a chest fly here. Weights come together and we open back up. Exhale. And open. Relax your head, neck, and shoulders. And squeeze. Last 3, 2, and 1. Now for round 2, we're back to those glute bridges. Option is to place your weights kind of by your hip bones. Readjust, walk your feet in if you need to. We lift up again into that glute bridge and come back down. So our hands are just holding the weights stable, but try not to lift the weights with your hands. We want that extra weight on top of the hips to offer more of a challenge for our glutes. Let's go. 3, 2, last 1, lower down. And this time let's start up, and our palms for the fly are going to be facing away from us this time. So it just offers a little bit of an extra challenge. So we come out and back up. Again, try to keep that lower back pressed into the floor. Out, squeeze up. Arms are in line or level with your chest the whole time. You're going to be feeling this not only in your chest, but in that funny armpit area and the front deltoids, a little bit in your biceps as well. Let's go. 3, 2, last 1. Lower the weights down by the sides again. Let's extend our legs straight out. Arms are going to come supporting our head. Elbows stay nice and wide. And again, tuck your hips so the back is trying to get flat to the floor. We're simply going to lift up with a crunch, not very far. We lift and we lower. I want you to think about lifting up rather than forward. So there's no tugging on the neck. Our chin is just slightly tucked. Relaxing the head, neck, and shoulders. Pull the belly button into the spine. Smooth and slow, no jerky motions. Exhale as you crunch up. Let's go. 3, 2, and last 1. You can leave your legs extended or bending the knees again, grabbing your weights. Coming into a skull crusher for our triceps. Starting with the weights pressed together, palms facing in. All we're going to do is lower the weights, bending at the elbow towards the forehead, and then we press back up. Shoulder is stabilizing this movement. You want to feel this in the triceps and the back of the arm. And then try to not let your elbows flare or fly out to the side. Keep them parallel to each other. We have 4, 3, 2. Last one. We lower the weights to the side. Time to intensify our crunches. Extend those legs again. Again, completely optional. We're going to lift one leg at a time at the same time as we lift our head, neck, and shoulders. So we lift and lower. Just alternate legs. By lifting the leg, we're involving the lower abdominals, making it a little bit more challenging. And the leg does not come high. Let's go. 4, 3. Remember, lift up. 2. And last one. Hope you got a nice little burn in there. And for our second set of triceps, going back to the skull crushers, but this time our palms are going to be facing out. And again, so we lower down. So it's almost like the backs of your hands are coming towards your forehead and then pressing up. So a different position with that wrist. And if you separate the hands a little bit, you don't have as much stability, so it makes it more challenging. Just by switching that hand position and separating them. So give a few a try. And while we're here, continue to press that lower back into the floor, keeping that core engaged. Last 2. Last one. Okay. We are going to roll onto our sides, and we just need one weight. We're going to come down and support our head with our hand. And we're simply going to do a side leg lift. Bend the bottom supporting leg, and then make sure your hip bones are stacked on top of each other. So we're in a straight line with our shoulders, our hips, and our foot. Simply lifting the leg up and down. Again, not coming very high. And if you kind of tilt, rotate from the hip and point the toe down, you're going to feel that get a little bit deeper into that side glute muscle. It should be warming up already. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. While we do the arms, let's rest and bend that top leg. One weight right here. We are going to do a little bicep curl. Elbow is right by that hip bone with a combination press up. So bicep curl, just halfway, and up. Straighten, bend about 90 degrees, press, release. So again, we're working the biceps, and you're feeling this into your shoulder as well. Final 3, 2, okay, last one. All right, second set, we're going to stay on the side, do the 2 sets, and then switch. Lengthen the leg again. Option to add the weight. So just like with those glute bridges, the hand is just going to hold it steady so it doesn't roll off, but we're not holding the weight in our hand. We lift and lower. Again, try to rotate slightly from the hip so the toe is pointed slightly down. Final 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bend. For our second set, elbow still stays in by that hip, but we're going to lower the weight, palm down. We then lift up, then press up and down. If you have any rotator cuff issues, go back to the bicep curl with the lift. But if not, this is a fabulous range of motion exercise for the shoulder. And it is going to heat up quick. A few more. Stay with me. I know you're feeling it. One more. And relax. Nice job. Same thing, other side. And guess what? This is our last side, our last moves before we get to stretch. Going down onto the side, bending the bottom knee, and then making sure again our shoulders, hips, and ankle are all in line. Start with those leg lifts. Maybe point that toe down. Four. And 2. Last one. Grab one weight, bend that knee. Bicep, halfway up, stretch, and down. Good, keep breathing, guys. Mindful of that alignment. We're almost there. Just because we're tired, we happen to let our form go, so try not to let that form go. Always best to keep proper form. Okay, extend that leg. Optional weight. Here we go. Last thing for the legs. Slow and controlled. Final 4. Last 2. Last 1. And bend. And optional rotator here. Or again, keep that bicep. Few more, guys. Stay with me. You're doing so well. Let me know in the comments if you liked this setup. I like to offer, different variations. It's great to challenge ourselves. And people, no matter what your age is, everyone's at different levels. Some people are much stronger. Some people are more flexible. And everyone's just so different. I have 20-year-olds that say, this is great. This is just what I needed. And I have 80-year-olds that say, amazing, I could do everything, and everything in between. Last one. And relax. Lose the weights. Let's roll onto our backs and extend long again. Really extend through the fingertips and the toes. Reach, 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 reach. Then I want want you to bend your elbows out to the side and slide the tops of your arms down through like a snow angel, but with bent arms. We come up, reach again, inhale, exhale, bend, slide the arms down. So as we slide the arms down, I want you to think about keeping every vertebrae on the floor as well. So we're really pressing down into the floor with the spine and with the arms. Feeling a beautiful stretch in the fronts of the arms and the chest. Last one, inhale up. Exhale, slide down. Bend both knees and cross one ankle on top or above the other knee. Lift the foot and come into a figure four. Ooh, a lot of glute work today. Here's a reward. Beautiful stretch. Flex the foot. Hang out here for a second. And then I want you to cross the leg all the way over if you're able. Hug the knees in. Again, feeling a stretch into the glutes. And let's let the knees fall all the way to the side. And then torso twist to the other side. Big inhale here. As you exhale, release all that tension. Let the muscles loosen up. Bring the arms back to center. Maybe help your legs back to center. And let's switch sides, crossing ankle on top of the knee. Lifting the bottom foot and gently pull in for a deeper stretch. Do what feels good to you here. Maybe a little side to side wiggle. Allow the muscle to release. When you're ready, we cross the knee all the way over, and again, hug in. Inhale. On the exhale, we let the knees fall to the side and torso twist over. Inhale. Exhale, release everything. Now let's bring the arms back to center and legs back to center. Hug both knees in one more time, little rock and roll around. Stretching out the lower back. And let's roll all the way onto our sides and then gently push ourselves up. We're going to come to a seated position. You can sit crisscross, or I'm going to do kind of an extended butterfly here. So soles of the feet are together. Knees are open wide. I tend to be flexible in my hips so my knees fall out to the side, but it is fine if yours are up here. You can also support your hips on a pillow if that helps. Sitting up nice and tall. Slightly hinge forward, keeping a straight spine. So you might feel this in your hips, in your glutes, in your lower back. You're going to feel it where you're tight, where your body needs it. Inhale, come up. Exhale, this time you can round the back and forward fold. And that's probably going to change where you feel the stretch by rounding the back. And we roll back up. You can stay here or again crisscross. Lift up the one arm and reach it nice and high. Bend that right elbow. And tricep stretch. You can assist it with the other arm, elbow pointed towards the ceiling. Hold here. Release the left arm down to the side. Right arm comes up and then big side bend over. Oh, that feels so good. Same thing, other side. tricep first, elbow going towards the ceiling. Continue to sit up nice and tall. We're almost done. So important to stretch and work on our flexibility. Release right arm down, left arm, big reach up and over. Reach forward towards me, flex the wrists, then lace the fingertips. Flip out if that's comfortable for you, and then go ahead and round the back again. Push your fingertips or your hands towards me, rounding the back. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release the hands, and then place your hands slightly behind you, really feeling the chest open up. And then let's take our ear towards our shoulder. Back to center, ear towards the other shoulder. Back to center, then look over your right shoulder. You should feel it stretch all the way down your neck into your shoulder, maybe even into your arm. Then other side. And back to center. Roll those wrists. Adjust your position if you need to, but I will let you go. Reverse the wrist. Thank you so much for working out with me. Big inhale. Exhale down. I'm proud of you. Great job. That was tough stuff, but let me know how you liked it in the comments. I love hearing from you guys, and see you next time.